So I want to talk about being weird. Like, I hear so many people, even my family, and they're just like, oh my gosh, this person's weird. Hey, look at this person. They look weird. Or look at that outfit. It's weird. Look what they're doing. It's weird. And I'm just like, be nice. Like, there's no reason to say that about everybody. God created everybody to be unique and in his image. No two people are the exact same, like in their DNA, their interests, their likes. And God created us this way. So why is it, oh my gosh, like their makeup looks weird, or their nose looks weird, or I don't know, it could literally be anything. The clothes they're wearing, how they're eating their food is just weird. Why do we sit and think it's okay to sit, judge people and be like, oh my gosh, this person's weird for this reason? One, it's something that they like, you know, like why is it weird for them to like certain things that you don't like? I don't think that's weird, and there's plenty of people that like what they like as well. High five. No. Here, what if I give you this to go color? You don't get mama's phone. I love you though. Here you go. You want to go color? Alright, go color. Anyways, so if that's how we're basing, how we're basing people and being weird is by their interests and what they like, then everyone's weird. Absolutely everybody is weird. So it makes no sense that I don't know where I was going with this. I think it's wrong to judge people off what they like. I say things are weird more often than I should, but I have absolutely no right to judge people and categorize them into being weird. To be like, oh, you like this instantly? Oh, you're weird. I have absolutely no right. I don't know who, like, no one gave me the authority to be like, all right, you have the right to go out to this person, look at them, and say they're weird. That's not okay. And I don't know who normalized going out and judging people and being like, oh my gosh, this person's weird. That person is loved. That person has likes that many other people also enjoy. They just may not be open about it, or they may not know that other people enjoy it. That person is a person. And you staring at people and glaring at them and like side whispering and looking at them, people notice. And it's not nice. And I don't think it should happen. Anytime I hear it happening around anyone, I instantly tell them to be nice. You don't know the person. They could be the nicest person, or they could be going through something. Or you know what? They're a person too, even if that's just what they are, how they like dress or act or do anything. It's what they like. So you know what? We have no right to be like, oh, you're weird because I don't like it. And that's just so mean. And I feel like that's why so much bullying happens in school. And it's just wrong. If you don't teach your kids that everyone is different and no one has the same likes, and that doesn't make them weird because they have different likes and interests than you, or God-given abilities, or that they were born looking different or have different features than you, it's not weird. It is completely normal, and it should be normal, and I think it is wrong to judge people based on that stuff. Like, have you ever seen Lilo and Stitch? Lilo is like 5 years old, and she gets bullied and doesn't fit in because they say she's so weird. Here you go, sweetie. Here you go. No. Look what's in here. Do you want them? Go take them. I feel so bad for Lilo, though, how much she gets bullied, and she's just nice, and all she wants is a friend. But you know what? No one will be her friend because she's considered weird. And they normalize bullying her and making fun of her and calling her weird. And you know what? She gets Stitch, and they become best friends. And Lilo is so nice to Stitch. They're good friends. There's something to like in everybody. If you went and actually talked to someone and had a conversation, you will realize that, hey, we have something we can talk about and something that we can bond over. And at least be civil to each other. It's not, oh, you're weird, like, if you try to approach me, let me go the other way. Or you approach me, we talk, you were super nice, but I'm around my friends, and we all thought you were weird, so you're going to go away, and I'm going to talk bad about you. It's not how it should go. Lilo was very loving, very caring, and she was just weird because she had different interests, and so she got made fun of. Cool, like, it's a really cool show and stuff like that, but if you think about how the other people are treating Lilo, like, it actually makes me really sad, and it's even just a cartoon character. Thank you. Honestly, what I'm trying to get at is everyone's weird. Everybody. If you're going to call one person weird, you're weird too. It may not be in the same way as you're calling that person weird, but you're just as weird. And there's nothing wrong with it if you're like, oh, I'm weird. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, everyone's weird, but if you're talking about being weird by socially categorizing people into, like, you're in this category, you're instantly weird because of these interests, but these people who have the same interests as me, oh, they're normal. That's wrong, that's mean, that's hurtful. But if you're being like, oh yeah, you're weird, or like, yeah, I'm weird, I like this, but my friend's weird, he likes this too, cool. My daughter's a huge weirdo, I'm weird, my fiance's weird, my siblings are weird, my parents are weird, and you know what, I call them weird because, like, of how we joke around and how crazy and fun and loving we can be, and I'm just like, oh, we're so weird. It's not, oh, you're weird for liking this. I'm like, oh, we're just weird, you know, like, we just like to laugh and hang out, and the stuff we say and how we do stuff, we're just like, again, it's not like I'm using it in a bad term to be like, oh my gosh, you're weird, I don't want to hang out with you. It's just like, wow, we're just weird and crazy, and it's so much fun to be weird and crazy with all these people I love. And I would wish that people would be like, oh yeah, like, we're so weird together, it's so much fun. Cool, but don't go out and be like, oh, do you see that person? They're weird, like, look at how they're eating, or look at what they're wearing, or how they're dressed. It doesn't matter, because they could think that you're weird for how you're dressed, because your interests are different. I guarantee if we lined everybody up in the whole world and we're like, okay, what's weird to you? I bet they say it's how a person acts or does something, or an interest they have. And if we ask them to be more specific, I guarantee I guarantee people would say stuff like people who like ketchup on their eggs, who like certain clothing, who play tennis, who like to read, who skateboard, who dye their hair, who work here, or do all this stuff. Like, they'll just say, oh, instantly, like, that's what makes people weird. But if we're basing stuff off that and everyone had to give a specific answer on what they think is weird, I guarantee every action, anything people could do would all be knocked out by someone calling it weird if I asked for a specific answer. What two different people think are weird, or like if they had to define what's weird, I guarantee it's not what another person will say is weird. So weird is subjective to the person, and I think we need to remember that, because what that person finds weird is completely normal to them, and they could find something weird in you. It's just you're more popular, or you're around more people, and so you're judging them. And no one's better than each other. It doesn't matter how much money you are, how good you are at anything that you do, how smart you are, how poor you are, what your interests are, where you live. It doesn't matter. Everyone will classify someone else as being weird regardless of their status in the world, or however they view themselves. They could call the person calling them weird, they can call them weird again for some like other reason. And I just think it should be us thinking of others. Not, oh, this is weird. It's, oh, this makes them unique, but we have the same interest, so we could totally be friends and get along. And if more people realized that we could be friends and there's something to love in everybody, I think the world would be a better place, rather than us dividing ourselves into little groups and classes because we like this and you don't. Why don't we focus on what our interests are instead? If you Google the definition of the word weird, I think it is a horrible definition, and I don't think that is what weird should be. And the fact that that's what people think it is, it's, as an adjective, it's suggesting something supernatural or uncanny. Uncanny means strange or mysterious, especially in an unsettling way. People being weird isn't unsettling. It's a part of life. As a noun, it's a person's destiny. So if you're calling someone weird, I don't think that should be their destiny. I don't like that definition at all. And as a verb, it's to induce a sense of disbelief or alienation of someone. And I feel like that is what weird is used as. We are inducing a sense of alienation in someone to other people. So if I'm talking to my friend, I'm inducing the person we're calling weird as being alienated and different than us. But they're no different than us. They're a person. We're both made by God. We're both loved by God. And we're both trying to get through this crazy world the best we can. And I just seek to be kind to people. You know what? That person could be super kind, but instantly by calling them weird, I'm alienating them. And that's wrong. And I think we should think about that. And I feel like weird is used as a verb more than anyone else, more than anything else. And it makes me sad. You should go look it up and be like, dang, is this how I'm using weird? Because that definition should change. I don't think by being weird, you're uncanny, like, I can't believe that's part of the definition of weird, in an unsettling way. I don't think being weird should be anything unsettling, especially if what's weird to me is different than what's weird to another person. Same with inducing a sense of alienation of someone. No one should be alienated for the stuff they like or how they look or anything. Like, no one should be alienated, and if anything, we should be trying to find ways to come together and love each other. So all I have to say is everyone is weird. And I'll say it again. Everyone is weird. And I just want you to think about that. And I pray that you find good in people and that you open your hearts up to others and to try to find something to connect over rather than trying to find something to make fun of in other people. Being cool doesn't have to be being mean. Having friends doesn't mean you have to gossip about other people. And I just hope people remember that. Have a good day.